Somebody's getting to second base after the show. Hope it's me. Happy Tuesday, everyone. So today is tax day, or as Hunter Biden calls it, any other day of the week. To pay tribute to the California Gold Rush, a minor league baseball team decided to name themselves the Gold Diggers, but scrapped it after people claimed the name was sexist and demeaning. So from now on, they will call themselves money-grubbing whores. An MSNBC analyst claimed that Donald Trump wants to take anyone in America and disappear them, presumably by booking them as an analyst on MSNBC. Blue Origin's rocket successfully completed its mission with an all-female crew. The rocket was able to land safely after deploying both of Lauren Sanchez's breast implants. Man, it was the first all-female space flight in more than 60 years. They would have had another one sooner, but that's how long it took for them to get ready. Chicks! Am I right? Slow. Blue Origin astronaut Gail King enjoyed the flight, saying the ride was as smooth as when she's sitting on Oprah's face. It's the name of her private jet. Face. Disgusting people. Katy Perry sang "What a Wonderful World" during the space flight, and for 11 minutes it was, because she wasn't there. A 5.2 magnitude quake shook Southern California. In fact, the tremors were so strong, a crack was found in Nancy Pelosi's face. But during the quake, the elephants at the San Diego Zoo formed an alert circle to protect their young. I know. Similar behavior could be seen among other large land mammals in distress. All right. Let's do this. So, people have all sorts of opinions about the Trump tariffs. Some say they're going to restore the economy. Others say they're going to destroy the economy. Still others say, what's a tariff? But I just heard a new one about these tariffs. It's from the Kentucky Derby's very own Nicole Wallace. I wonder if she spent 9 months having to learn about the power of the manosphere.
I spent 9 months having to learn about the power of the manosphere and seeing Donald Trump sit with all sorts of podcasters and bloggers and people younger and hipper than me having to explain to me who they are and why they matter. But in consuming some of their content, a lot of conversations were pretty shallow ones about masculinity and what it meant to be emasculated. There is nothing more emasculating than losing your buying power.
Thank you, lady who was too insufferable for The View. I gotta hand it to her. She's working hard at creating a new phantom scare. And now it's the manosphere, which apparently means dudes who talk to other dudes on the internet. It's not a giant sphere made of men. If it was, Don Lemon would be sitting on it. So why did Nicole have to spend 9 months learning about dudes? Well, she didn't. Because other than Jeffrey Toobin whacking off, no one in cable news spends 9 minutes on anything. Disgusting. But because the left has lost the battle on real issues, it's easier to imagine a problem, which means it's time for...
You're entering another dimension, not only of sight and sound, but of mind. Next stop, Greg's Department of Imaginary Concerns.
Yes, it's time for Greg's dick. The Department of Imaginary Concerns. It's the same department that brought you Russian collusion, the climate apocalypse, trans kids, plastic straws. And now add the effects of tariffs on the manosphere. It's the lefty way of condemning tariffs while pretending to care about men. Men who've already fled your party like waxers when Joy Behar comes in to get a Brazilian. Keep going, Nicole.
There is nothing more emasculating than losing your buying power. than being a dad at the end of a baseball tournament travel weekend who can't pick up the check for everybody and feel great and generous. By being a mom or a dad and not being able to afford the new pair of sneakers or the brand new gear for your kid who wants to play basketball or baseball or your daughter who's a gymnast. There is nothing that takes away your sense of an ability to get ahead more than axing off your buying power. And that is exactly what Trump by himself did this week.
Oh, so now she cares about men and about masculinity. Where the has she been? She says high prices emasculate men. It's weird how she never said this when the prices were soaring under Biden. But now she's concerned because dads can't buy sneakers made by slaves. This argument can only be made by people so far up their own asses they fart eyelashes. But there's no problem libs can't make worse by thinking of another imaginary catastrophe. And now it's the manosphere. This week, Vox ran a whole piece on male podcasters grappling with tariffs. At CNN, some pudgy reporter did an entire investigation of the so-called manosphere. And the cretins at the conversation offered advice on what parents need to know to talk to their children. Talk to their children about the manosphere. They make it sound like it's a stranger handing out candy from a van labeled Fox and Friends. But is the manosphere really the problem? Here's a wonderful exchange before the all-female Blue Origin flight to space. But remember, it wasn't just 6 women.
They thought it was just 6 women going up into space for a joyride.
Wait, what do you mean just 6 women?
Well, that's what I mean. That was the criticism.
6 women.
Let's explain to our audience why even a trip like this one, all the trips that we take into space benefit mankind.
So it benefits humankind, and I'm going to keep correcting the mankind and the man-made and the man missions, because this is exactly what this mission is about, is expanding the perspective of who does space.
I love that. We're no longer exploring outer space, we're doing space. Like it's hot yoga, or Pilates in the park in a diamond-encrusted thong. Boy, did that chafe. But I guess we should ditch every word with man in it. No more mango, manhole, manhandle, manhunt, mantle, manatee. But what about manosphere? Take that away, then how will we bash Trump? It's funny, for every so-called moment of progress, we end up compelled to narrow our own world, to follow the rules of those entitled enough to participate in the progress. It's hard to keep up. Men, well, they suck until we need them to bash Trump policies. Women, well, any dude can be one with a little eyeliner. Until they do space, then they better be real women and rich, too. And hold on, no trans in space? Where's the inclusion? Doesn't ET stand for extra testicles? But this is the Democrat Party, a department of imaginary concerns, vying for attention but signifying nothing. And as long as Trump keeps at it, this dick can only keep growing. Yeah! Let's welcome tonight's guest! He was in Joker 2, but we booked him anyway. Comedian Tim Dillon! He's known for his style and his $1 million smile. Host of Making Money on Fox Business, Charles Payne. She's covered more athletes than Ben Gay. Host of the Michelle Tafoya podcast, Michelle Tafoya. And like their teeth, old ladies like to take him out at night. New York Times bestselling author, comedian, former interviewer, comedian. I'm so excited that you're here. You have the best podcast on the planet.
Wow, that's very nice of you.
No, it is.
Thank you.
It's fantastic.
Thank you so much.
So after I shower you with praise, you have a special tonight. It comes out today. Everybody should watch it on Netflix when the show ends.
Yes.
Yeah.
It's called Humankind. And it's about humans. No, it's called I'm Your Mother. which I can be, and it's on Netflix, so thank you.
Awesome. So are you part of the manosphere? What did you make of that? What do you make of the media in general trying to tackle issues like tariffs?
It's funny the manosphere is just it's a funny idea because it's this idea that the people, you run a very unpopular candidate on a platform that Americans reject, and then go, it's actually 4 guys who have podcasts.
Yes.
It's a crazy rationale for it. It's just strange to me.
Yeah, they can't admit that actually the voters rejected them.
Yeah, like they said to me, they go, do you guys think you're the new establishment? I'm like, what about Harvard? You know, like, what? The new establishment? Half of these people, we work like an hour a day.
Yeah.
And a lot of us do it, high. So I don't know. I don't know if it's I don't know if it's like a really powerful group of people.
Yeah, I don't know. Charles, you look very purple.
Thank you.
I like a purple Charles.
I don't know. This might be the outfit for the manosphere.
Yeah. Yeah, man.
This is the final boss of the manosphere.
Yes.
This is the final level. I'm the beginning level, and then when you go up,
When you graduate.
You graduate.
Well,
They give you a rose.
yeah, if manosphere doesn't work out, that's a great color for Greg's dick program.
Is your dick purple? Department of Imaginary Concerns. Yes. That's what it is, censors. Charles, I had a question for you, but I really don't care. What do you make of, what's her name? Michelle?
No, Nicole. No. God.
What's her name?
Nicole.
Nicole. What do you make Nicole's concern for men now?
Yeah, it's just so funny. She spent 9 months studying this. And she learned nothing. She essentially sounded like she described like a 40-year-old man. Mm-hmm. Not these young men who put Trump over the top. She should just go to a couple of UFC fights.
Yeah.
If she wants to learn about this group of people, right? If you really want to learn, go there and stop hanging out with these men who are getting, wax it jobs and stuff like, because she's talking to the wrong dudes.
The only guy she's around is Chris Hayes.
Oh, there you go.
There you go.
Yeah. We're not even sure, I mean, I haven't checked
But
down
the phoniness of it, though, is really the disingenuous part of it is what gets me. It's like you don't care about these people, you know nothing about them, and you're grappling. You're just grappling. And so please stop, with the crocodile tears.
Michelle, she mansplained the manosphere.
Yeah.
She sure did. And you mentioned that there was this article put out by The Conversation about how to talk to your kids about the manosphere. I want to tell you who wrote that.
Who did?
Her name is Annabelle. I don't know how to pronounce her last name, but here's who she is.
I hate her already.
She's a PhD student in gender-based political violence at Anglia Ruskin University in the UK. Yeah. That's who's. So she's, she's like 23, and she's going to tell parents how to deal with the manosphere.
I just love all these kids in their bedrooms. They're high. They smell like weed, and their parents are like, I got to talk to you. Like, what is it? And they're like, have you heard a podcast? They're like, thank God.
Yeah.
I thought they found that thank God.
The flip side of this is that these people like Nicole Wallace are so quick to, first of all, they hate these men in the manosphere, but now they want to use them to say, you don't like the tariffs in the manosphere, so you probably won't vote for Trump next time. But you know what they overlook? Toxic femininity, which is defined, Greg, by Emotional Intelligence magazine as villainizing all men as oppressors, dismissing or mocking issues.
নারাকি মাটিতে নারাকি পাটিতে নারাকি পালকের ঘরে নারাকি মাটিতে নারাকি পাটিতে রাখিব বন্ধুরে স্মৃতির সিন্ধুরে রাখিব বন্ধুরে বিলিয়ে রে সম্ভরে বিলিয়ে রে সম্ভরে দিয়া গেলাম রে জ্বালা দিয়া গেলাম রে নয়নের কাজল পরাণের বন্ধুরে না দেখিলে পরাণ করে না দেখিলে পরাণ করে না দেখিলে পরাণ করে কি জ্বালা দেখা বন্ধু পরবাসী পরে ঘরে আসি এত ঘুমে কেন ধরে বন্ধু পরবাসী পরে ঘরে আসি এত ঘুমে কেন ধরে কয়লা ঘরে ধনী পোহাইল রজনী কয়লা ঘরে ধনী পোহাইল রজনী নারকিলে মনির ঘরে নারকিল মনির ঘরে কি জ্বালা দিয়া গেলাম রে নয়নের কাজল পরাণের বন্ধুরে না দেখিলে পরাণ করে না দেখিলে পরাণ করে কি জানি লেখটা নারী প্রেম গেছে কিন্তু না কইরাছে বস্ত্র কষি কষি পরে নারী প্রেম গেছে কিন্তু না কইরাছে বস্ত্র কষি কষি পরে কহে আসকো হরালি সাধু শত জানি কহে আসো হরালি কহে আসকো হরালি সাধু শত জানি উদাসী বানাইল মোরে উদাসী বানাইল মোরে কি জ্বালা দিয়া গেলাম মোরে নয়নের কাজল পরাণের বন্ধুরে না দেখিলে পরাণ করে